Good day to you gamers, it's your girl, Lady Pelvic, and as I said in the last video, I'm kind of on a Kirby high right now. Thus the reason I'm bringing you this video on Kirby Triple Deluxe, which came out January 11, 2014 for the Nintendo 3DS. Oh man, and after playing Superstar Ultra, this entry is a major upgrade in all the right ways. Not a particular game you play for story, but as the tale is told, all is well in Popstar. Kirby is living his best life. As the day ends, his home is entangled in a magical stalk. He wakes up to much of his surprise, his home being sky high. He notices King Dedede's castle is met with the same fate, and checks to see if this mishap is Dedede's fault. Instead, he spies a mysterious six-handed figure that kidnaps Dedede and runs skyward. Kirby chases after him and thus begins your journey to save Dedede and find the true masterminds behind the stalk. Kirby has always been a game about fun and easy platforming, set in charming and dangerous worlds. There being 6 floating islands in total. What sets this apart from the other Kirby games is going back and forth between the main stage and the foreground, enemies throwing their weapons or the environment itself coming at you. It quite literally added another layer of depth. And no, you don't have to play it with the 3D mode on to really enjoy what it's trying to present you. Your eyesight ain't worth it, fam. And of course, no 3DS game is without their gimmicks, and Kirby is no exception. There are times where you have to tilt the 3DS to move objects and line them up appropriately. Honestly, it didn't hinder the game at all. It was cleverly used for puzzles, and it happens about once, maybe twice a stage. It didn't ever feel like it was thrown in there. Like, because it's a 3DS game, let's overload it with gimmicks, which was nice. Now, the key to every Kirby game is copy abilities, which are gained by mercilessly inhaling the innocent creatures of Popstar, and then beating up more innocents with stolen power. If they defy you, you'll cut their asses down to size, or whip them into submission. Know that Kirby will take your powers, but not your bullshit. And speaking on powers, key abilities make a comeback, like Sword, Ice, and Fire. Triple Deluxe introduced several new powers, my favorite being the Bell, boasting high defense and can bludgeon enemies to the sound of beautiful bells. It's elegant, yet deadly. Some call them sleigh bells. This would have been funny if it was Christmas. Then there are some less useful ones like Circus. It's certainly a trickier ability to master, because you bounce all over the place. But worry not, because you can see the lists of moves Kirby is able to do while pausing the game, which I loved. I can't even begin to tell you, when I was playing Superstar Ultra and doing research, how many abilities I did not use to their fullest extent, because I didn't experiment enough, or in this case, the game didn't spell it out for me. In Triple Deluxe, it is nicely laid out for you. There is one super wild power-up called Hypernova. You have super suckage powers. Kirby can eat trees, trains, eels, things 50 times his size. As if this game wasn't simple enough, this makes ending the level deliciously easy. One thing that felt different than Superstar was almost any hit from a boss or a mini-boss knocked your power off. I felt I was constantly losing my power and forced to use star power instead. It was kind of annoying actually. You could say there's little reason to get hit in a Kirby game, but damn. At the very least, before each boss battle, Sailor Waddle Dee would give you an item that you could take to go. So if you were in a pickle, you could regain health mid-battle, which was excellent. Triple Deluxe also added an air dodge, which is everything. I'm telling you, Super Smash Bros. Spoiled me, man. And speaking on bosses, they had some amazing twists on staple Kirby bosses, like the Wispy Woods. Now this is only the second Kirby game I've played, but I was so impressed by how the Wispy Woods, or in Triple Deluxe, the Flowery Woods, has come. Instead of just dropping spikes, apples, and worms, it had rooted spikes, or jumped up and tried to squish you or smack you around with its roots. It was awesome! Same with Kracko. Instead of only moving side to side, occasionally raining on you with hurling beam whips, it dumps random items on you. Drills come out of its side, and if you don't move out of the way quickly enough, it unleashes a super lightning attack. One thing I do want to say that irritated me was the first 2 times I fought Kracko, I died because I wasn't paying attention and fell to my death in the foreground. The 3rd time, I noticed there were platforms to prevent Kirby from falling. What I'm saying is, if you die enough times, at least during this boss battle, I didn't notice it for others, because I didn't fucking die, the game slyly helps you out. My gamer pride, wounded by a Kirby game of all things. Another addition I was quite fond of was adding things to collect. There are stars, collect 100 and you gain a life, and keychains, 250 in all. There are silver and gold, rare keychains, all showcasing characters and items from past Kirby games. You can even spend play coins to purchase keychains. Even though I've only played one Kirby game before this, I found it really cool seeing Kirby's progression as a game through its art. And lastly, sunstones are needed to unlock the boss stage in each respective world. Collect all of them in that level and unlock an EX level, which is noticeably more challenging. Sunstones are hiding everywhere, so keep your eyes peeled and your wits about you. During the main Kirby campaign, you'll have access to mini-games. The first is Kirby Fighters, a multiplayer game which is quite literally Super Smash Bros., but everyone's Kirby with a power. There are items that randomly appear to help you and hinder your opponents. If you play with friends and you die, you can play as Ghost Kirby. Attack others and you could be revived. Then we have DDD's Drum Dash, bouncing King DDD along the drums to the beat. Careful not to fall and land a game over. Both games have various difficulty for those who like a challenge. If I'm being frank though, I like the mini-games from Superstar better. I had a lot more fun. These games aren't bad, I'm just not a fighting game kind of gal, and frankly, I suck at DDD's Drum Dash. After completing the main story, you unlock DDD's Tour. Get it? D-Tour? Huh. Clever. Here's a time attack mode where you play as King Dedede, venturing through all 6 worlds, where less health items appear and bosses are deluxe bosses, meaning harder versions of the original. Then afterward, you unlock staple Kirby modes, the Arena, a boss rush mode, and the True Arena, the deluxe boss mode. If you're looking for a challenge, look no further. I'm telling you, the thing with Kirby is soft and sweet on the surface, but once you start digging into that after story content, it gets real and it gets rough. To this day, I have yet to beat the True Arena of Superstar or Triple Deluxe. I wonder if I'll honestly beat any True Arena. The graphics of Kirby Triple Deluxe are excellent, cute, feels right at home on the 3DS. They're not grainy, you're not straining your eyes to see things in the background, worlds are bright, beautiful, and honestly a lot of fun to look at. Everything is oozing cuteness. Until it's not. Each world utilizes the unique back and forth between the foreground, and was littered with clever puzzles and tricks. Vastly different color palettes for different worlds, giving each one its own unique feel. Also, I love how expressive the characters and abilities are. Like defending as a bell, you're just a giant bell. Or camouflaging as an archer, you hide behind a fake bush or block. Kirby's circus ability, how happy Kirby looks when he juggles, it's so cute. Or watching the pink puffball float with an umbrella is oddly relaxing. It's the little things, man. And lastly, the music I find to be happy and relaxing for the most part. I don't know, I feel like a happy little lady when I listen to Kirby. The first few levels are very happy and tra-la-la sounding, like you're in for an easy time. Even the mini boss battle music, there's some sense of doom, but it's like, how much doom can you really have in a song when you're fighting a thick and fabulous seal, you know? The regular boss battle is good, but it's less evil and more, oh, this battle's gonna be legit. I appreciate that there were a variety of themes for different stages. Almost every stage had their own music. Everything fit and felt appropriate. Fire levels had harsher sounding music, where ice levels sounded soft and fragile. Now, I'm gonna skip over the obvious best track in the game, Masked Dedede. Instead, let's talk about my favorite level theme, because I think it's both memorable and it fits the stage so well. It is called Reflected Laughter. The first time you hear this theme is at a spooky circus. Not only is the music memorable, but the level itself as nothing is as it seems. It introduces the fun concept of jumping into a mirror, and what is in the mirror is true and what's outside it is false, so you'll have to pay real close attention to your surroundings. This theme reminds me of a shady circus show, and that's exactly what this level kind of is. And I love the title Reflected Laughter because you're in a mirror and it feels like the ghosts and ghouls are laughing at you because they know you're second guessing every step. You're constantly being fucked with by fake floors and doors. It's a really great level with sinister music. Enjoy! Alright, take this score with a grain of salt, but Kirby Triple Deluxe gets a 9.8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm pretty butthurt about the Krako sliding in that easy mode when you die a few times. I'm not a fan. But I'm nitpicking. This game honestly builds upon what Superstar Ultra offered. Love the enhanced boss battles, the new powers, love the Hypernova ability, levels were designed excellently, and collecting things made the world feel more fulfilling. I had a great time with Kirby Triple Deluxe. And something that's magical about Kirby is while it's not a difficult game, you still feel accomplished, and that's impressive in itself. And if you want a challenge, the arena and the true arena will be waiting for you. Good luck. To bring this to a close, what is your least favorite ability? Aside from the obvious sleep Kirby, I don't like Circus and I don't like Jet. Circus is a bit too chaotic for me, and Jet just switches up the controls on you from Superstar Ultra. Thank you all so much for watching. Top box is more of my reviews and the bottom box is my Let's Play channel. Lastly, be sure to follow me on all social medias for all things Pelvic Gaming, and if you didn't know, I'm now on Patreon. Thank you for your love and support. Mwah!